we are going to be using the for loop. This is an example of a loop structure, and it is one of the easiest structures to use in any programming language, and we can do it in Flash just fine. Okay, so we're going to create a new file. So let's do this in ActionScript 2.0. Okay, let's have a look at the timeline, and let's insert a new layer. And we're going to call that new layer actions. And on that first frame, we're going to put some actions. So, a for loop basically will iterate through as many. A for loop will go through an iteration as many times as we want. Now we start by declaring a variable, and we don't have to make a formal variable declaration. We just have to say for x equals, and we're going to start x at 0, and we're going to stop when x gets to 10. In other words, this is going to work every time we go through this loop until our variable x gets to be equal to 10. Okay, so the last thing is what we're going to be doing with x every time we go through the loop. The plus plus x means we're going to be increasing x by 1 every time we hit this statement. All right, and we can see I've got code hinting on, so little hints of coding are coming up there. Now we have to put in these curly braces to indicate what block of code is going to be executed each time we go through this for loop. Let's use the trace window. We are going to trace x. In other words, we're going to trace the value of x every time we go through this loop. So just think about it. What's going to happen as we trace x? What's the output going to be? Okay, let's hit Control Enter and see what happens. And there we go, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's an example of using a for loop in a trace window.